Welcome back to the Pack Fresh podcast, where we talk about all things Pokemon TCG and give you a little peek behind the curtain of what it's like to be a seller in this crazy hobby right now. And today we're going to talk about Mega Evolution. We have a whole lot to talk about, so let's get into it.
Let's do it. The return of Mega Evolutions is pretty great because it's such a major moment to see something like this that's this iconic be reprinted. The Mega Evolutions people are huge fans of this era, the XY era, and what they've come out with so far is truly amazing. I feel like just the nostalgia alone of the old Megas and EXs being reprinted and some of the artwork they've came out with on the new set has just been so crazy.
Yeah, I mean, for me, especially, like, this is I came back to the hobby for like the first time after being a kid in XY. That was when I first came back to the hobby. And so, like, this feels like very full circle for me. And everything that they've shown, I mean, I think the end of Scarlet and Violet, they really they found their spot and they've just been running. And it's just like, I don't know, things look nice.
It does. That's kind of my next thought was, how does this milestone compare to recent reprint history of TCG? Obviously, we had Destined Rivals, Journey Together, all reprinted, the black and white sets. How do you think this one compares to those?
It's interesting. I honestly hadn't really thought about black and white as a reprint because it felt so new. Like, they did a really good job with that, of bringing all these Pokemon to the modern era with the new style, right? Like, with every single character getting an IR. I really didn't know how that was going to turn out. I love ripping the set.
Yeah, like, it's a lot of fun.
Every time I'm ripping, we've ripped thousands of packs to this point, and I'm still seeing stuff I've never seen before.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. The energy cards with that black and white holo, also just so sick.
Nice.
That's probably the biggest thing they brought back from the old set was that holo foil pattern, and putting that on the energies it looks really good. Upcoming sets, we got Mega Evolutions dropping here at the end of September, and then Phantasmal Flames after that.
I want to clear up some confusion that I see a lot before we get too into it.
Let's do it.
I think a lot of people don't realize that this Mega Evolution set is the base set. This is a new era we're entering in. It's no longer Scarlet and Violet. This Mega Evolution is the name of the era. So Mega Evolution set is going to be the first set out of this new era. We don't know how many sets it's going to be yet, but this is the base set, and then we'll get into some of these other names. But just, I think there's people are finally starting to understand that now that we've seen Phantasmal Flames, they see that Mega Evolution. They're like,
this isn't Scarlet and Violet anymore.
This isn't Scarlet and Violet anymore. This is like a whole new thing. It's totally separate from Scarlet and Violet.
Yeah, there is quite a bit of confusion about that. I know we've seen already the majority of, if not all of, the Mega Evolution set between Mega Brave and Mega Symphonia in Japanese. The set is incredible. I think one of the best that they've come out with in quite a while. I think
it's got to be the best base set that we've seen in forever.
100%. As if you're comparing it to other base sets, this one is much better.
Really, really good. And then there's some new, I really like that they're doing this. And I don't know if it's necessarily, they keep changing the name of like the pinnacle of the set, the hardest card to pull, right? There's the gold ultra rares before. And then there was the BWR, which was introduced in the black and white sets. Now we have the Mega Ultra Rare something. Then they teased another version of a similar rarity with the MAR, something like that. And I like that they're kind of making that harder to pull type of card feel really special recently. You know, the Zekrom, the Victini, the Reshiram, those all feel like incredibly good to hit. Whereas before, you're hitting a gold and you're like,
thanks.
Hey, it's a gold.
Thanks. No, honestly, out of the black and white sets, those three cards, I don't know. If you've had the chance to see them live, they are absolutely amazing. The texture pattern on there, just the one color monochrome card it is so cool. The new set has the gold Lucario, which is going to have that MUR. That's also a super sick looking card in Japanese. Cool. We'll see how the texture comes out in the English version. That card is absolutely unreal. That'll be a crazy chase. And it's hard now because you have these cards like that, but then you're also going to have all of these alt arts that we have coming out, like the Lucario, the Mega Lucario. We have the Mega Venusaur, and also like the Mega Gardevoir is also just an unreal art of a card. And so with those three coming out, it's going to be very interesting to see which one comes out at what price point. I feel like the Gardevoir is almost unmatched for new art in cards, but at the same time, Lucario, I really like the fight scene cards.
Me too.
So we'll have to see.
I'm always a big fan of those. I mean, like, I think historically we've had a good amount of those fight scene cards. We had the Charizard alt from Brilliant Stars fighting the Venusaur. It's funny, Venusaur must be kind of an angry dude because he's keeps coming up in these fights.
Always fighting.
But you got that. Then you have the Mewtwo and Charizard, both sides of the fight. And this kind of gives me like that same vibe.
Yeah.
It's nice, man.
It is. The Mega Gardevoir having like all of the evolutions around the outside of the card and just like the extreme amount of detail in that card is absolutely amazing.
That is my favorite card from the whole base set. That is a special card.
That card will be hard to beat. I don't know that anything long term will be better than that card out of this set.
I really hope it ends up getting the love it deserves. Like, I don't really know what's going to be the chase of this set. I think the golds are probably going to be like the obvious picks. They are really cool. They're unique. Most golds recently have been like a gold version of something else, right? Which doesn't feel super special. I think the closest thing we've seen to this was the Crown Zenith golds, right? Those were unique arts. This is a little bit different, but still like are pretty cool. I think they're likely going to be the chases of the set, but out of like the main cards, like the normal style card, that Gardevoir is just...
Yeah, it's unreal. And beautiful. Not to be overshadowed by the Venusaur, that 3-art card that all connects together of its entire evolution line is also a very, very nice card. So this set is going to be, I think, one above a lot of the recent sets. I think they did a really good job with the art on this. It's absolutely crazy. And releasing in just a few short weeks here, it's going to be kind of exciting to get into. So I'm excited to rip a bunch of this stuff.
I'm really excited. My one worry is that now that they've announced the next set, which is a monster, it is like the Pokemon fans' dream set.
Right.
I just am scared it's going to get overshadowed a little bit now that this is going to start coming out there. I think it's the natural way things have kind of gone now with Pokemon, right? Like, because English comes out after Japanese can't wait. They still have to do their release schedule. So the things kind of get
jumbled a little bit. Yeah. It's like, here's this, be excited, but also wait 3 months for this.
We got something else. And, oh, you really like this Mega Evolution. Just wait. We have Charizard and Gengar in a set together coming out next.
And obviously at the Pokemon Worlds, they released the art for 3 of the Megas with the writing across the card, Charizard being one of them, kind of an anime style card on all 3 of them. Those are going to be also amazing. But then they have I would assume that's going to be the SIR in English with that Charizard that's absolutely crazy looking.
Yeah, the leaked art. We don't know if it's real or not. It feels,
if it is,
this one feels pretty real. It like has the correct number of the cards in the set. It has a recent, like an artist that has done a lot of arts recently.
Yeah,
the style lines up. It's like there's a lot of pieces of that one that add up to I think it's going to be real. But that card is spectacular.
And we haven't even seen any of the Gengar stuff yet. So
yeah,
nothing has been leaked about Gengar. So once they show, I mean, I would assume
there's one card out there that it's a fake, but a lot of people are thinking it's real. It has like the Van Gogh Pikachu in the background. So it's really cool art. Whoever the fan art and the artist of it did an incredible job.
Yeah,
it's not real, but It is very, very nice.
That is actually like kind of taking over by storm. People just making AI or fan art.
Yep.
And like posting these cards out. And some of these are just so unreal cool. You know, I kind of wonder if Pokemon sees this stuff and you'll see something similar like incorporated into art styles ever, or if they're just always going to go their own direction. I would assume not, but some of this stuff is getting like really close to looking. So you got to really go through what you see. And even what did they leak just like about a week ago was the art for the ETBs.
Yeah.
For the Phantasmal Flames.
Pretty close to
it was
the
close,
real place.
but even those look just awesome if they would have. I mean, a lot of people collect sealed ETBs just for the artwork on the outside of the box, and the actual Phantasmal Flames design, it did not disappoint. So that'll be a good one to keep on the wall for sure.
We did, it's not Gengar, but it is the Gengar line. We did get a Haunter that is going to be coming out. In Japanese, it's part of a deck. I'm assuming it will probably be part of the set in Phantasmal Flames, especially since we're getting Gengar, but that one's pretty cool. I like it. Like a little bit simplistic. So we're getting that and a Meloetta card. Those are both in a deck. They look nice.
Yeah.
Actually, I kind of like the Meloetta one more, but you know.
This, I mean, Pokemon put something out. I think it was actually today for the Phantasmal Flames. There's going to be 6 Mega Evolution Pokemon, 4 Pokemon EX, 13 Illustration Rares, 17 Ultra Rare Mega Evolutions, and 5 Special Illustration Rare Mega Evolutions. So overall, seems like a pretty small set. I'm wondering if that's just going to be a single release then in Japanese.
It's got to be. I mean,
it's so small. How are they going to make that into 2?
I was reading somewhere it's the smallest set since Undaunted. So that's what, 5 whole generations of Pokemon ago?
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
It's kind of crazy to think about. Like,
and it's a full set. It's not a half set, so it will have booster boxes and everything. So it's, you know, I think we heard somewhere along the line, 194 cards, something like that. Before secrets 96
or something.
94, 96.
It is 94 cards before secret rares. So somewhere around like the 120 to 130 cards total after secret rares, which
in
is
a full set, which is
smaller than what the base set is on most sets.
Yeah. And you're getting 10 packs of or 36 packs of 10 cards in a booster box is 360 plus cards. You're going to have a lot of duplicates. It's going to be kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Phantasmal Flames comes out, I think, middle of November. That's going to be an awesome release to look forward to. But we have a few months here where we can enjoy the base set of Mega with Mega Evolutions. And before we kind of get into the holiday craziness of a Charizard Gengar set. With the Mega Evolution expansion release coming out after closing out the Scarlet and Violet era, where do you see the TCG heading in the terms of the next few sets? Do you see, besides we can kind of foresight into a Gengar Charizard set after that, what do you think we're going to see? I know they've kind of said something about a Rayquaza set.
Yeah, there's a few names floating out there that I think that they trademarked. So it sounds like there's a Dragonite set, Mega Dream, that's going to be coming out. And that's rumored to be like the next high class set. So that will be our non-booster box, similar to like a Terrestrial Festival or Prismatic for English, like a Paldean Fates, like that type of thing. You have the smaller booster box in Japanese, lots of hits. So that being a Dragonite themed set is pretty interesting. We'll have to see like what that all really entails, but that's going to be exciting. Then there's a Mega Greninja set. Ninja Spinner is the name that's floating out there. And then we have Storm Emerald, which is the Mega Rayquaza set that is rumored as well. So there's a lot of things on the horizon that could be kind of crazy. I mean, it's just they're just like hitting,
coming out. It's
hitting all the fan
pretty
favorites, wild. Right? It's like
this era is gonna just crush it.
You starting with Gardevoir, Lucario, which are fan favorites. Then you hit the nuclear Gengar and Charizard, Dragonite, then Greninja, Rayquaza, and then who knows what they're gonna do after that Pikachu set, like another evolution set. Who knows?
Yeah. And then 30th anniversary. Who knows? I mean,
what if they end this Mega Evolution with like another black and white, but it's all Gen 2? They did a Gen 2, like 151 Black Bolt White Flare type thing where it's just only
Oh,
Gen 2
yeah.
Pokemon. Oh my God. It would be insane.
Be pretty wild.
That would be wild.
151 IRs.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to see. I mean, they just keep kind of raising the bar every time they're releasing a set right now. So we'll see.
Do. Well, and we get the 30th next year too.
Yeah.
So it's, who knows? I mean, we'll probably have a whole episode kind of thinking about what they could do for that. But
for the 30th, yeah. I mean, we've talked about it over a few episodes already. What kind of like ideas would be cool, but as we get closer, we'll kind of see what we think they're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be kind of crazy. And for the record, I do know it's Rayquaza, but in my heart, it's Rayquaza, as I've always collected. That's just what I call it. I can't change it now. I'm too far in, you know?
Yeah.
I see everyone tells me. I'm just worried the comments are going to be like, it's Rayquaza.
Yeah.
I get it.
I mean, I
understand.
keep going back and forth. Like I say Rayquaza all the time, and then I'm just like,
I see it and I'm just like, yeah, it's Rayquaza, you know? It's not Rayquaza. I don't know. That's just me, but it is what it is. Does the broader revival of Mega Evolution in the physical sets here, what do you think that signals about 2025 being a moment of both reflection on older sets compared to the reinvention for the Pokemon as far as like new sets go?
Interesting. I don't know. I mean, I think they're definitely they're leaning on nostalgia pretty heavily with this, right? I think they're doing a good job of like bringing the old forward, but then still using the newer styles and the new themes that they've kind of built upon for the last, couple of years with Scarlet and Violet, right? Like they learned a lot, I feel, through Scarlet and Violet. You can tell, like, it's interesting, right? Like you see generation to generation, they start with something new and they kind of build on that throughout the generation. Sword and Shield, they started with something, and by the end, Sword and Shield was like vastly different than how it started.
Yeah.
Right? With like the rarities and stuff like that. And then they scrapped it all. Went to Scarlet and Violet, it was a totally different thing, and they've kind of built on that. But now Mega Evolution is using Scarlet and Violet, is using all of that. It's interesting. Very
interesting. Definitely a lot going on. And, this is going to be only the first set coming out. So by the end of the year, we'll kind of have a better idea with the half set and another full set still releasing this year on what kind of this era is going to look like and what we can kind of expect. So that'll definitely be interesting to watch, especially over the next few months. The UPC that they announced is absolutely crazy.
This is unreal.
And so it looks this year like we're getting 2 UPCs.
Yeah.
We're getting that Team Rocket's Moltres Ultra Premium Collection.
Crazy.
Absolutely going to be wild. I would assume that you'll get that Team Rocket's Moltres would be like a metal card in there.
Maybe it will be metal because that card, the SIR tanked in value when they announced this because it's the same exact art with a stamp, which is a very interesting choice for them.
So we're getting those 3 cards. Who knows what we're going to get out of that?
Yeah.
I would assume with 2 UPCs, they'll probably have a metal card at least one of them, but who knows? Maybe they scrap that and do 2 promo packs like they did with the old Charizard UPC and just you get those promos in every single one, which those promos were not worth very much until recently. Those promos have went up. Even the 151 promos have went up now.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that stuff, when it first comes out, it's not as great. Obviously, people love stamped cards. So that stamped Moltres
SIRs. It's cool.
Gonna be
I've always loved
cool.
that card.
The artwork of the UPC, also very cool.
Very
18
good.
packs, of course. That's kind of the standard with the UPCs.
It is interesting that it's a Team Rocket's Moltres box, and at least in the promo photo, there's only 2 Destined Rivals packs.
Yeah, I see that. It does look like a lot of Journey Together and some other Scarlet Violet sets.
Pretty interesting.
It will be. We'll see what happens with that.
Yeah.
It's going to be hard for them to put 18 packs when they only have 1 set out in English of, the Mega. But I guess for the Team Rocket, then they're not going to put any of that in there. But that brings us to our next UPC, which is the Mega Charizard EX. And obviously they're only going to have one set of that out. So it'll be kind of interesting.
Yeah, I mean, the promo photo that they released shows like 4 Phantasmal Flames, like 4 Mega Evolution, and then you get 4 Destined Rivals, 4 Journey Together, and 2 Surging Sparks is what it looks like in this photo. But who knows if this is actually is what actually comes.
Right. These UPCs come out the same day as Phantasmal Flames.
Wow.
I just was looking at that. That is absolutely going to be crazy. Wow. November 14th is the release day for the Mega Charizard UPC. Also Phantasmal Flames, and the Team Rocket Moltres also shows in November. So that one might be a couple weeks later or something.
Mm-hmm.
But that is going to be, November is going to be a crazy month.
Wow.
Because when you just said there was the Phantasmal Flames on the image, I looked that up. That's crazy. I was really busy looking at this playmat that comes with the Mega Charizard.
It's
UPC.
Really sick.
That is so cool. So yeah,
it's really good.
I like that coin too. Probably be a lot of coin flips with that bad boy at the shows.
Well, and then you get the promo Mega Charizard too, which is what they announced at Worlds. It was one of those 3. And I was under the impression that card was going to be part of Phantasmal Flames. But I'm assuming not anymore.
Maybe it'll be stamped as well. It'll be a stamped version over,
Maybe. Very interesting. I mean, it's a banging card. I love the style.
Yeah.
But no. It being a promo, I was shocked.
Yeah, for sure. Like if they make that card only a promo, it'll be interesting because they did leak 3 arts of that anime style.
Yep.
So if the other 2 are in the set and then the third one is a promo, which being Charizard out of a Charizard Gengar chase set.
It just doesn't line up either because it's like the other 2 that they showed were Lucario and Gardevoir. But those are not in the Lucario and Gardevoir set.
Yeah.
So if those end up being in Phantasmal Flames, you have those from that, and then the Charizard from the Charizard set is actually in the UPC. It's
we're all over the place. It's going to be interesting. They got so much coming out in the next 3 months here. So
right.
I wonder what the reprint schedule is going to look like now with having to print all of this by the end of the year.
Scarlet and Violet might be chalk.
I've seen, we just got a Twilight Masquerade ETB, a small reprint of that.
Mm-hmm.
And then also Journey Together sleeved booster packs was just released as well, a little small reprint of that.
Interesting.
So yeah, we'll see. It's been here and there, little tiny reprints. I think they also did Destined Rivals.
Booster bundles.
Yep. Those came out a couple weeks ago. And so those hit already as well. It's they're putting out these little tiny reprints, but
yeah,
they've got to be just so busy just cranking out all this stuff for the holidays.
I mean, do we think that we're going to even get reprints of earlier Scarlet and Violet sets? Are we going to get another Paldea Evolved or Paldea and Fates is a huge one. We've seen a million reprints of 151. We've already seen more products come out for Prismatic, but Paldea and Fates is super popular set. I mean, that Bubble Mew is the biggest card in the era now.
Yeah.
And we go to shows every other weekend. I rarely ever see it.
Yeah, you don't see Fates very often. That is kind of an interesting point because maybe that will be the downturn to the opportunity of this era is these sets that are short printed that there's just no time in between to reprint because how long will they reprint it for? I mean, I guess 151, I feel like they said they're done printing that now, but that was a 2-year run almost.
It feels like they were printing, I think, forever.
And it's a big reprint. Whereas Paldea and Fates, you've seen a couple right away, small, never ETBs.
Right.
And it was so small. So, some of those sets, it will be kind of interesting to see if they don't go back and reprint them because they have all this now. Now they're going to have reprints. And I feel like they're already behind because they had to release the Mega Evolution set in waves because they didn't get it all printed right away. So they're already behind on printing. They have all this other stuff they're printing. We'll see how that kind of plays out. But what are they going to go back 3 years later and finally offer a reprint on these? Are they going
to go back 3 years and then do a Paradox Rift reprint or a Twilight Masquerade? I like those sets, but I think generally speaking, most people are like kind of done with those. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if anybody's like really like.
But in the future, I mean, if those got overshadowed by other sets that needed to be printed,
for sure.
Then it's a short printed set, and there's, you know, a lot more rarity to those sets. That'll be interesting long term to kind of follow that.
Yeah, like the Shrouded actually turned into a super valuable set in the future.
Never reprinted.
Nobody wants that set. And like, I think it was barely printed. And there's nothing. It's interesting.
And once the IRs started getting more love, it kind of went back because the SIRs in that set are meh, but the IRs in that set are awesome.
The Zorua is sick. The Persian is banging. Like the Houndoom is great. There's some good cards in there. It's just
so in the future, if that's short printed and it's low pop on a lot of those, that's an interesting thing to watch. We'll have to we'll come back in like 5 years and talk about it.
Yeah,
see what. Remember back when we were in one of our earlier episodes a few years ago. See what happened with the price of the wax and stuff like that. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. We'll pay attention to what we kind of hear and kind of put it into future episodes as well. I got a couple things here. I think then we'll kind of wrap this episode up. It's a little bit shorter, but it's been a little bit since we've had time to record. The summer's been so crazy busy. So I want to ask the listeners, which of the new Mega Evolution cards are you most excited about? And then second question, what kind of an art rare or monochromatic card or specific Pokemon in an alt art would you like to see in one of these mega sets coming out?
I'm excited to hear the answers for that.
I just kind of want to see what everyone's thinking. You know, everybody's kind of has a different idea of favorite Pokemon.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see what people say about that.
Maybe I'll finally get a coughing art rare.
Maybe. You know?
In the next 15 years, maybe I'll finally get one.
When they bring back, if they bring back tag teams.
It is the biggest fumble in the history that they did not do a Team Rocket, Ekans, Coughing, and Meowth tag team. Or even just a Coughing and Ekans. It's the most obvious card, and they never did it.
The most obvious is crazy. Oh, geez. As always, thanks a lot for watching. All of our information is going to be down in the description of the video, and we'll catch you in the next one.
Peace.
Thank you.